Now it's time to know about parts of the cell. Cell has basic components. There are many more organelles present in it, but the basic components, that the important components that a cell consists of, are membrane, that is cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. And what is cytoplasm? The cytoplasm and nucleus, they are enclosed within the cell membrane. Okay, if in short time you will get a picture of a cell where you can see the cell membrane, you can also see the nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay, this cell membrane are also called plasma membrane. The membrane separates. What is the function of membrane? As I told you, it's a thin layer or outer cover. What is the work of it? It separates the cell from another. It separates one cell from the another, and also the cell from surrounding medium. It is just a border or a layer which keeps the other cell organelles away from the surroundings of that particular cell. The plasma membrane is porous and allows movement of substances or materials both inward and outward. Okay, the picture which you can see here, cells observed in an onion peel, and this is nucleus. This is the fluid which is present inside or which is enclosed by the cell membrane. The border you can see, okay, outline which you can see. These are cells, individual cells, and the border you can see is cell membrane. The round structure which you can see, that is nucleus, and the fluid surface enclosed is cytoplasm. Okay, and the boundary of onion cell is the cell membrane, as I told you, covered by another thick covering called cell wall. As onion cell is a plant product, so it is again covered by another covering which is called cell wall. The central dense round body is the center, which is called, in the center is called nucleus, as I showed you, and the jelly like substance which is here enclosed in the cell membrane, within the cell membrane, is nothing but cytoplasm. Nucleus and the cell membrane is called cytoplasm. Cell membrane gives shape to the cell, but in plant cell it does have an additional cover which is called cell wall, which is outside the cell membrane, and it has thick layer, and this additional surrounding the cell membrane is required by the plants for its protection, and plant cells need protections against variation in temperature, high wind, then high wind speed, then atmospheric moisture, etc., because it is all the time exposed to adverse climatic situations, whereas we animals can run and hide ourselves in protective. Here you can see picture of human cheek cell. गालवे से अंदर के लेयर से निकाला गया एक पतला सा मेम्ब्रेन और या तो फिर सेल, जिसको फ्लैट करके उसको वॉश करके उसके ऊपर कलर डाल के स्टेन डाल के वी हैव स्टेन्ड इट सो दैट view of the cell comes clearer. And you can see here nuclear membrane, cell cytoplasm. Nuclear membrane means the membrane which separates out nucleus organelles from the cytoplasm. So this is cell membrane, this is nucleus, and this portion is cytoplasm. Human cells or animal cells doesn't have cell wall, right? And now we will talk about the other organelles which are found in cytoplasm, which is a jelly-like substance present between cell membrane and nucleus. Various other components or organelles are found present here, and which are they? These are mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, lysosomes, etc., etc. Just if you watch a plant cell or an animal cell, then you can find that many organelles are common between the two cells, but there are few organelles which are present in plant cells but they are not present in animal cells, and few which are present in animal cells but they are not present in plant cells. They are in very less percentage. Now we proceed with nucleus and the nuclear or the organelles present in nucleus. Let's see. It is an important component of living cells. It is generally spherical and located in the center of the cell. And to observe it, we have to stain it and then we can observe it under the microscope. Nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by a membrane called nuclear membrane, which I had explained you while I was showing you the human cheek cell. This membrane is also porous and allows, porous मतलब उनमें छिद्र होते हैं, holes होते हैं, very tiny minute holes are there which allows the materials to go in and out. So the movement of the materials between the cytoplasm and the inside of the nucleus is possible because of its porosity in nature. With a microscope of higher magnification, we can see a smaller spherical body in the nucleus which is called nucleolus. And in addition, nucleus contains thread-like structure called chromosomes. These carry genes and help in inheritance. These carry chromosomes which carries genes. Genes matlab properties. Genes are those which carry the properties of parents to their siblings, and like that it is carried on, the properties of parents are carried on to the kids, and then these kids, when they grow up and become a parent, it's carried on to their kids, and like that the characters from the parents to the offspring is transferred and continued. The chromosomes can be seen only when the cell divides. When reproduction takes place, when the cell division takes place, that time we can see these chromosomes. Nucleus not only plays role in inheritance, it also acts as control center of the activities of the cell. What all function a cell carries out is being coordinated or controlled by nucleus with the help of cytoplasm. Cytoplasm and nucleus together is considered to be a control center, and it's called protoplasm. Protoplasm is called the living substance of the cell. Is that clear? What is a protoplasm? The entire content of a living cell is known as protoplasm, which includes cytoplasm and nucleus. Now it's time to know something more about, and here in the orange box of your textbook is given, which you should read. The nucleus of the bacterial cell is not well organized like the cells of multicellular organisms. That is, microorganisms nucleus are not well organized. There is no nuclear membrane. The cells having nuclear material without nuclear membrane are termed prokaryotic cells. And the organisms with these kinds of cell are called prokaryotes. Okay, pro मतलब कि primitive, जिनके न्यूक्लियस में न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन नहीं होता, उसको कहते हैं, उस टाइप के सेल को कहते हैं प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल्स. एंड द ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैविंग प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल्स आर कॉल्ड प्रोकैरियोट्स. एग्जाम्पल्स आर बैक्टीरिया एंड blue green algae. And the cells like onion cells and chick cells having well organized nucleus with a nuclear membrane. जो organisms के पास ऐसे सेल है जिनके अंदर न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन होता है, वेल ऑर्गेनाइज्ड न्यूक्लियस होता है, उसको कहते हैं यूकैरियोटिक सेल्स. उस टाइप के सेल्स को कहते हैं यूकैरियोटिक सेल्स. एंड ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैविंग यूकैरियोटिक सेल्स आर कॉल्ड eukaryotes. What are they called? They are called eukaryotes. Organisms को eukaryotes कहते हैं और सेल को eukaryotic cells कहते हैं. और eukaryote मतलब two words are included in it. Eu means true and karyons means nucleus, true nucleus. और उसी तरह से prokaryotes को भी डिफाइन कर सकते हैं, डिवाइड करके टू वर्ड्स में ले सकते हैं. Pro means primitive and karyons matlab nucleus, primitive nucleus. So this is very much important for you to know what are prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Cells that are not well organized, they are called prokaryotic cells, and the organisms made up of such type of cells are called prokaryotes. Same way, the cells which have well organized nucleus, they are called eukaryotic cells, and the organisms made up of eukaryotic cells are called eukaryotes. If you remember, I was talking about certain organelles which are found in a plant cell, but they are not found in animal cell. First we are going to talk about vacuoles. Vacuole, they are very prominent, are found in larger size in plant cell. But if we talk about animal cell, they are found but they are much smaller. And we talk about plastids, which are found in plant cells only because they contain green pigments which are called chlorophyll, and it helps especially the plants in photosynthesis. And these pigments are called, green colored plastids are called chloroplast, they provide green color to leaves. Not only that, they are essential for the process called photosynthesis, where plants prepare or leaves prepare food on their own. These are not found in animal cells. You can do the comparison of plants and animal cells that I am leaving unto you. Either you compare it just by viewing the pictures given in your textbook, or you can go and search in Google to get better view of the plant cells and animal cells and do the comparison on your own and help yourself by answering the table 8.1. So this is the end of our chapter. As usual, we'll just capture quickly the keywords which you have come across: cell, cell membrane, cell wall, chloroplast, chromosomes, cytoplasm, eukaryotes, gene, then multicellular, nuclear membrane, nucleus, organelles, plasma membrane, plastid, prokaryotes, and pseudopodia, tissue, unicellular, vacuole, white blood cell. And that's where we have come to the end of the chapter. Now my next video is going to be on chapter number 9 about the reproduction in animals. 9th chapter, reproduction in animals. Don't go on the dates, it's just an old edition of my teacher's copy. Okay, so till then prepare the answers which I am going to give you in the form of PDF, and goodbye, stay safe at home.